Welcome to another Gumbo's Flying Circus livestream. Some say he is the pinnacle of modern virtual aviation flying. But what do they know? So sit back, relax, slurp a drink and grab some popcorn. And only your popcorn. Here's the virtual pilot everyone loves. It's Gumbo.
Well, good afternoon everyone, hope you're doing well on this glorious Wednesday. Nice and cool here, we've got some sunshine and a bit of wind, which is nice, so we've got a nice breeze. And so today I'm going to be doing the A10C training and trying to nail this navigation for IFR and entering the waypoints. We've got the first two bits right, but a little bit of issue with putting in the third UTM coordinates last time, and so I thought, right, we'll see if we can get this done today and move on to the next one, so I can remember how to put in the waypoints into the CDU, and I've let that information sink in, so hopefully it'll be one of those successful days. But we'll see. Centuria Romano, hey, how you doing? Good to see you, hope you're well. And oh, Beanie Basher, hey, how you doing? Good to see you, welcome. So I'm just going to start in just a second. We'll start to get things up and ready. Vacuously Unvexed, how you doing? Good to see you, welcome. Hope you're enjoying your day. I'm determined to get somewhere with this today, but as it's in the dark, I think I'll close the canopy earlier because get some light into the cockpit, and really got to nail this one today. Had a couple of attempts at it the other day, so just curious, do you play on open beta or standard for DCS? I'll play on the open beta. And the reason being is that you get updates in the planes earlier than on release version, but also a lot of the servers and a lot of the people that do multiplayer will be on the open beta, so if you want to get on a server, that's really the one you need to be on. So there's a few benefits to being on that one. Yeah, although I don't know any of them that aren't, to be honest. There might be one or two, but I've never come across them. I've never been on any that doesn't use open beta, so yeah. Plus you get all the updates and things first, and the new aircraft that come out, they go to open beta first before they get pushed out to the release version after a few updates and things like that, so yeah, unless you want to wait and you don't want to do multiplayer, open beta's the one. Alright, so what we'll be doing, we yeah, just putting in the waypoints, flying to the waypoints at the selected altitudes, and that was about it for this one. But is this campaign worth getting for a noob? I barely understand the included training missions so far, but getting there. With the basic training that comes with the Warthog, so that'll be in here, training, and then you've got all these to go through, all the basics with the weapons, things like that. Then if you want to go further, then this campaign is definitely a good idea, because what it'll do is push you to reference the flight manual. For certain things and things you don't know, it will kind of push you into learning, you know. So it's definitely worth it, but it depends how far you want to go. You can get by with just doing those basic training that comes with it. I did those, and I could take off fire mavericks, fire bombs, used, you know, what you needed to get weapons off, and you could fly, you know. But if you want to get into more, adding waypoints, into more IFR, to learning the Warthog more in depth, the startup by the checklist, then it's definitely worth getting this one. it will push you to learn, you know. Some people that you play with run on standard, so you have to keep switching. Yeah. If you're having trouble with the tutorial, yeah. Well, master the tutorials first, and then this is worth getting. But you know, it's just practice. It's like anything in DCS. The more you practice, the more you do, the better you get. And the same with anything in life. Some people will be fast learners, some people not so much. But if you really want to learn it, and just keep practicing with it. What I do is things like the F14, the Harrier that I got good at. I just flew it all the time. Learned what I didn't know, practiced what I didn't know. Practiced all the time when I wasn't in missions, and then when it's mission time I had more of an idea of what I was doing. And there comes a point where you stop dying and start landing after a mission. I had to go after SAM sites over and over and over and over and over before I could evade them, before I could kill them, before I got to understand how to develop my own tactics for destroying ground targets and SAM sites and things like that. So in the end I could kill an SA-10 or an SA-11 with a Harrier. But it depends how far you want to go, it depends how much effort you want to put in, it depends what your interest is in. Do you want to join a group? Do you want to get really good at multiplayer, PvP, PvE, whatever it is? But you've got to put the hours in, you know. Still trying to do the F14. Never had this much trouble with the module. Thing with the F14 is it's very different. It's very stick and rudder. The F18 is all computers and it stays where you put it. The FCS is modelled, but you don't get that in the F14. If you pull over 15 AOA, units of AOA in the F14, you'll likely get it into a spin, a stall. So you've got to be... what I'd advise with the F14 to start with is just taking it into the air and doing turns, doing loops, seeing how fast it'll go, do low level flying, see how much pressure you can put on the stick before it gets wobbly and things like that, and build from there. Used to fly BMS a while back, forgot most of it. You could say I'm looking forward to the Viper Falcon coming out. Yeah, that's cool. I used to fly in Falcon 4 Allied Force and Falcon 4 before that. I remember the big thick manual like this, 500-page manual or whatever it was that came with it. It went through all the systems and cockpit and BFM and aerobatics and everything in that manual. But yeah, I used to fly with a squadron with Falcon 4 Allied Force years and years ago, and that was pretty great. That was really good for the time. Good F-16 sim, but now this Viper's coming out. We might see all those guys coming over to DCS and trying out a really good, complicated, complex Falcon that looks good and is in a really great scenery. So we'll see. Yeah, I miss those. I found it a lot easier because you could just flick through the pages, you find it, and going through PDFs is a bit arduous, but oh, you have your old Jane's F18 box sitting in your closet. Oh wow. BMS Falcon 4 still is the best on that. Yeah, that's the thing with it, isn't it? That's the only thing that DCS is lacking is dynamic campaign and a campaign generator and perpetual campaigns. So your last mission affects your next mission. We really need that in DCS, and I think that'll put an end to any other military sims, really, won't it? Especially with these high complex system. The system depth you get with these highly complex aircraft now coming out, and they're adding to them all the time. It's the best military flight sim you'll find. Yeah, we'll print them off, will they? Thing is, the Warthog manual is 671 pages. It is a monster. So if anyone was going to produce a hard copy, etc., they have to charge so much for it because so little people would buy it, and it'd be so big. So you can understand the PDF thing, but yeah, I do miss actually having a book. Those were the days, as they say. Right, I'm just about to start this one. So this was the instrument flight plan navigation, entering waypoints into the CDU with the time on target and the elevation. So you've got two standard longitude and latitude coordinates, and then you've got the UTM as a JTAC might give you. So I think I might have entered that wrong, so we put the 37T in first this time, I think, then the code, then choose the elevation and stick in the time on target as well, and see if we can get that done in enough time to actually fly. I think it's 26 or 27 miles that waypoint is away, so we can judge our time on target with plus minus minutes as well, and it'd tell us on the HUD what airspeed we should be flying at to get to where we need to be. So try and be successful as best we can.
Yay!
Beanie Basher, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. That's greatly appreciated. Cheers, bud. What I find with these campaigns is the gaps that I don't know, I'm learning, and filling in the gaps that the basic training doesn't cover, and it just makes it a bit more in depth. But this is the basic flight training, so it just goes to show how much more extra you need to accomplish the goal. But it's only little bits and bobs. The emergencies were interesting. Learning a few how to deal with generator and hydraulic emergencies, which you might find if you get shot. So that's kind of cool. Gumbo, you ever fly on the multiplayer servers? I have done. I think it was a 104th I've been on. I have been on a couple of the other ones. I can't remember the name of them now. Plus I was always on the GR servers for a lot of the time for the last 18 months, but I'm not flying on those now. But yeah, and of course did tons of multiplayer missions with GR. How are the combat campaigns, the PvE ones? Haven't got to combat campaigns yet. If you're talking about the servers, some of them are pretty complex, and there's a lot in there, and there's a lot to choose from and a lot to do. But I haven't got to those yet for this A10. I think that might be advanced. Right then, so let's get this puppy started.
Welcome. Get your bird in the air so we can start this PO.
I need to make sure my switches are all where they're supposed to be before I do that. So we need the battery and lights on to see what we're doing. That's something taking off there. Two aircraft in afterburner. Oh, what was that? I just flicked. Okay, let's put up the lights. There we go. Information lights as well, so people can see us. Okay, Gen, and get that going. Just do the tests. Get the oxygen on. Test that. Let's get the canopy down. go, much more better illumination now. Right, that's that tested. We then need to put the boost pumps on, and 131 I think it was on here before I start the APU. Let's start the APU. Speed. Yeah. Afterburners and speed. Things with this aircraft is you'd fly it when you've got air superiority and you need close air support for your ground troops. And this is a great aircraft for that. Ground pounding heaven, as they say, which is always a good thing. Alright, let's put that on. Alright, this radio's on. And then we'll talk to ATC and get clearance. Because all of this in these campaigns is judged. You have to do it as they say.
1-1. Request startup. Code 1-1. Batumi, cleared for startup. Wind 092 at 6 meters per second.
Alright then, let's get the left engine going. We need to cycle the lights and get these on to flash.
Uzi, passing waypoint 2 at 7,000.
Right, let's start the left engine.
Uzi, on station at bullseye 30246
We'll have
at
the CDU on
7,000.
as well, just get that fired up. And then it'll be all ready for nav once we get the screens on. There goes the hydraulics. Let's fluctuate, and there we go.
Colt 1-1, Colt 2-1, radio check.
Right, let's talk to this guy.
1, copy.
That's for the APU, Jed. Just waiting for the start
I
of the
read you
kickoff.
5 by 5.
I love the A10, the last base my dad got stationed at before he retired, was one of the main A10 bases in the US. Oh, nice. So you got to see these all the time, taking off, landing and all that good stuff.
Don't skip any checklist items, Cadet. The bird has to be fully mission operational to pass this
Right, let's
performance
get the right
check.
engine started. Thanks for the reminder. I'm starting to get a bit full of cold with the temperatures changing. It's going up and down here at the moment, so it's giving me a bit of a cold. I can feel it coming. So Lemsips might have to be the order of the next couple of days. So that's the CDU up.
Colt 2, passing waypoint 2 at 6,000. Colt 2, on station at bullseye 31247 at 6,000.
Right, that's them on. Right, let's cycle the flaps. There, we'll leave those at manoeuvre. Speed brakes can come out, although it's hard to see them. There you go. Make sure that's fully down. Okay, let's cycle the stick, stir the pot, move the rudders in both full motion. Okay, that's that. Just the brakes there. SAS can come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check the takeoff trim. Let's get the screens going. 1 and 2, and the bit test. ED cells. Yeah, they usually do one every quarter or so. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. What we're now in August, we probably have one in September, October time, I should imagine.
Pull up, pull up.
Maybe October,
Pontiac,
something like that.
Altitude,
Waypoint
altitude.
3 at 7,000.
Load all. Right, let's exit that. Exit. And then we can put the IFCC on. There's the HUD. Waiting for the asterisk now. Put this on whilst we wait. And reset the G meter. There they go. So we choose CDU and we choose TAD. We want nav is ready. So we choose nav. Flick the switch round to waypoint. We can choose waypoint there. We get that one up and running. We need the ILS and the TACAN on. Where have we got to so far? That can go on, that can go on. We can take out the APU, EAC, and that's it. That EAC never goes off. Let's test that again. No, I'm not sure what the deal is there. Right, we set that. There we go. And we need 29089 if I remember correctly. There we go, 29089 set there. We'll get taxi clearance.
Atumi, Colt 1-1. Request taxi to runway.
Just wait for him to recline.
Atumi, clear to taxi to runway 31.
Right, 3-1.
Rolling.
Let's do a brake check. There we go.
1, rolling.
They're flying over the house constantly. When I was in ROTC in college, I got to fly a full motion A10 sim in addition to. Oh, really? What was that like? Oh, that sounds different. But that was good. Right, let's taxi round here. We don't want to be too fast, as it likes us to stay on the line, but keep the speed down somewhat. So let's do some pre-takeoff stuff. So we get that light on, and that needs to go to steady. I'm going to put those on. We need to put the lights on, get the anti-skid going. Right, then we can request takeoff.
Atumi, Colt 1-1. Request takeoff. Pontiac 1, passing waypoint 4 at 7,000.
See if it'll give us the clearance.
Atumi, Colt 1-1. Request takeoff. Colt 1-1. Atumi, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.89.
Approach is clear. Let's get into the middle of the runway. You don't need to be super fast with this, just take your time. Alright, 90%. Let's go. Full power. We've got 50 knots, there it is, taking out the steering. Just using rudder now. Finger on the gear button, looking for 130 for rotate. There we go. Now if I put the navigation on, wouldn't it? Get the flaps up.
2, rolling.
pull up.
Your performance check starts now.
Get on course. Right, feet off rudders.
Fly heading 300 Angel 6 at 200 knots.
Wheels up.
Right, 300 Angel 6 200, so we're just climbing up to the...
The hard deck limit is in effect. Do not go below Angels 5 unless the restriction is terminated. Turn right to 040, maintain Angels 6 at 200 knots.
Right, let's get round.
Good. Maintain 040 Angel 6 at 200 knots.
Alright, there we go. Angel 6 200 knots.
Navigation is an essential part of flying a combat aircraft. Once we enter the military operations area, you will be given a series of coordinates.
Those coordinates should be the same as last time, I'm guessing.
You are expected to fly to those coordinates in a specified amount of time. You can use any nav aids you want, but you must be at the correct location at the correct time. You are now entering the military operations area.
Right, so autopilot's on. We've got to check these off. So we're already on waypoint.
OZ, passing waypoint 3 at...
Here is your first waypoint. Elevation 8,000. Latitude 41 degrees, 41 minutes, 51 seconds north. Longitude 41 degrees, 54 minutes, 51 seconds east. Desired time on target, current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
Okay, so we want 41, 41, 51. 41, 41, 51. That's north. So we want 041. 041 54 51. I can go in there. We want 8,000 and that one, and 2350 15 seconds. And that one. Right, let's fly to it. Oh yeah, mission. And we'll call this G1. There we go. Let's say at 199 knots. Should get us there on time. So we're plus 4 seconds. Or is that minutes? I'm not sure. We can bring that down slightly. 197. We're plus 1. There you go, plus 0. I'm going to try and maintain that speed. Needs to be at 8,000 feet. We've got 8 miles to go. And we've got 800 feet per minute climb rate. So 2 minutes, 1,600 feet. So really we need to be at 1,000 feet per minute.
OZ, passing waypoint 4 at 7,000.
To get there, to get at 8,000 feet in 2 minutes. Set altitude in the autopilot, for when we get there we can orbit. So try and get on heading here. Don't arrive late. Seconds. Looks like we're on time. We're coming up to the 8,000 feet. There's 8,000 feet. Oh, keep the nose down. He hasn't said anything, has he?
Well done.
There we go. Right, let's turn into an orbit. Let's altitude hold. Keep the speed up a bit. Right, there's the first one. Cracked.
Here is your second waypoint. Elevation 10,000. Latitude 41 degrees 57 minutes 37 seconds north. Longitude 42 degrees 13 minutes 42 seconds east. Desired time on target, current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
Nope, didn't like that. Okay, so 41.
OZ, passing waypoint 5 at 7,000.
57, 37 north, and 042 1342, and that's east. 10,000 feet. Time on target has got to be 23:56 and say 20 seconds. Let's rename that G2. G2. Well, let's turn round. Got to speed up. And climb at the same time. Just trim. Hopefully we'll make it. You gotta be very quick with this. It only gives you 5 minutes to get to the on station. Then you got to put in the waypoints and then fly there. So we need to go up to 10,000 feet. Got 17 miles to go. Get that speed up a bit. See the lights of the land there, so we're just coming over the hilly area.
OZ, passing waypoint 6 at 7,000.
Well done.
Right, so that's the second one. So we get on with the third.
Here is your third waypoint. Elevation 12,000. UTM GG 2923661948 37T WG84. Desired time on target, current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
Right, 37T. We need GG 29236 29236 61948, and that's 12,000 feet. G3, and our time on target is 24:02:30. Oh, 00. Roughly. Right then. Let's get round to it. Just turn. Right, so we've got the 21 miles. Right, full speed ahead. This is a difficult one, as it's, did you say 5 minutes? That's quite a tall order. So maybe it was 000300, which will give us 296 knots that we need to get there on time with a slight climb. Nice, hopefully we'll be in the right area at the right time. It's a little bit slow with that one. I've roughly got my time on target right. You only got recently got round to getting a decent GPU. Yeah, that's the thing with this, isn't it? You start looking to get the higher settings and frame rates, and the cost goes up with hardware. Right, let's get on. Oh, I'm going to go too high.
You're at the wrong altitude for the waypoint.
No, I'm not. I'm at 12,000.
Here is your fourth waypoint. Elevation 8,000. Bullseye
Warning, autopilot.
30433. Desired time on target. Current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
Bullseye 3033 plus 5. And stop. Right. That's one that I'm not too sure of. So I just need to do a little recap of the manual there. Bullseye 3033 plus 5 minutes 8,000 feet. So I'm just going to have a little browsey here, and I need to look up the CDU. This is a good thing with these missions. When you get something that you're not sure of, you can stop, have a look at the manual. There's something you weren't expecting. It didn't list it as let's see. Right, so let's go to 452. See if it or if I need to use the map for that, I'm not sure. Let's have a look here. See if what it tells me about putting in anything to do with the bullseye coordinates. Yeah, exactly. It's right. So that's an anchor point. Any bullseye coordinates is an anchor point, for which you can get off the waypoint page. Let's have a look here, see what it says. So on the waypoint page you hit anchor point. Start with the AAP page dial set to the waypoint position. This will then display the current anchor point data in the lower right corner of the page. To set the anchor point, press the LSK next to the anchor point label. When the anchor point page is first displayed, no anchor point has been assigned. It will appear like the image below. Press the LSK. So you put in 3033 for the anchor name. It's the number. Alright, let's try that. Otherwise just go there. So you want to go to there, anchor point 3033. No. Doesn't tell you a lot on here for doing this. 30 for 33. Right, hang on. Right, let's go to that. Okay, so we need to go to waypoint, click that, anchor point, no, oh that's an interesting one to work out. Some of it. What's it got in the HUD? Okay, right, let's just fly it. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Definitely got to learn. It's definitely what it says. Bullseye 3-0. We're at 8,000. So that's definitely a sticking point, one we're going to have to I'm going to have a look at and learn.
You failed to hit the waypoint on time. You are too late.
We need to look into that one. Everyone's following me around. Is it there?
The hard deck restriction is terminated and you are authorized to exit the MOA. Land and perform your shutdown procedure. I'll give you your
Alright, we'll see
qualification
how we
rating
got
then.
on. So, Batumi. We need zoom in there. 16x. Right, 16x. Oh, 1-6. 16x.
Warning, autopilot.
Let's find out where we are. Right, let's just go land. It's definitely an interesting one. We may have passed it, might not be that, what's it, but hey Vini, how's it going? Last mission of the campaign? Probably not. Still doing the IFR navigation one, and we may have passed it, we may not have. We just got bullseye 3-0 for 3-3, so I wasn't sure quite what I needed to do with that, but that's completely new on me. But it's an anchor point, but we may have been slightly off there. But anyway, we're returning back for a landing, so we'll have to see how we did. And that's 110 for 30. There we go, we'll stick that on there. 20 miles out. Let's contact Batumi.
Batumi, Colt 1-1, inbound. Colt 1-1, Batumi, fly heading 216, Fort 19, QFE 29.89, runway 13, to pattern altitude.
Right, 216, 19 miles. Speed up and down a bit slow. Right, 120 course line.
Warning, autopilot.
Right, let's get down and see if we can get a landing going. It's 12 missions. Yeah, so we're on number 9, I think it is, or 10. Could be 9. So that bullseye must
You are
have
now
been
exiting the
30
military
33
operations
miles.
area.
Yeah, I think that was 30 degrees for 33 miles. Bullseye one. Alright, there we go. There's the ILS where are we? Okay, we're coming across here. Right, 2,500 feet. turn this away. Turn south so we can get onto that line there. We're 12 miles out. 200 knots. Right, gear and flaps. 9 miles. We've got the glide. Got my feet on the pedals. Course line's coming. Passing 2,000 feet. Just looking at the HSI for the glide and the course line there. Just change the trim. Don't know why he's got to do that.
1-1, cleared for visual, contact tower.
Atumi, Colt, 1-1, request landing.
It's a bit wobbly today. Five miles. So we're slightly high. On the RLS. Starting to see the runway now. Slightly fast.
1-1, Atumi, check landing gear. Wind 092 at 6 meters per second. Runway 13.
There we go, look, we're right on the runway there.
Altitude, altitude.
Following the glide. The altitude warning, 400 feet, continue, stable. Nope. one day they're going to crash into me, aren't they? There we go, right on glide there, 2 reds, 2 whites. Looking ahead. Brings the speed down. Looking for the touchdown point at the beginning of the runway. Right on the numbers. And we're down. A little bit lumpy, but we're down. Now speed brakes come out. Right, let's clean the aircraft up. Well, let's fingers crossed. I don't know about that last waypoint one, but it might let me off it. Just taking it nice and gently back into the field here. Alright, so we want that one can come off. That one can go on to flash. Let's turn the what's it off? Oh, a little bit off there. That can come off. C.
You can park near the tanker.
Okay, if I can it's here. Oh, we'll see how we're done in a minute.
You can park the bird here. You have 2 minutes to complete your shutdown procedure.
Right. That comes off. That comes off. All these 3. That can come off. That. There, that needs to come off. CD comes off, but that switches back to where they should be. That can come off. RLS comes off. Exit that oxygen off. Right, all the radios need to come off. And SAS can come off. Separate the throttles. Right hand comes shutting down. On the left, these can come off. Silly thing. That one comes off, that one comes off. These 2 come off. That's up. That's off. That's done.
30 seconds.
Now today I may have missed something. Hopefully not. But we'll see. Probably something silly. Or it might be alright.
Shutdown. Let me confirm your shutdown procedure.
Oh, it looks good, then he's confirming it.
Okay, let's see how you have rated.
Hopefully this one's passed. Hopefully I've done enough.
For general knowledge, airmanship, and safety, you rated qualified. For pre-takeoff and takeoff, you rated qualified.
I guess it's not qualified minus anymore.
For navigation and maneuvers, you rated unqualified.
Oh, that's a pain. Yeah, it's that last one.
For approach, landing, and after landing, you rated qualified.
Oh.
For comms and task prioritization, you rated qualified.
It's only that last one.
We will end our flight here. You did poorly. Your rating is an unqualified.
So that was
you need to
just
spend
one
more time training.
waypoint.
Repeat this PO again when you are ready.
That was the bullseye one, which I've got to look up. Alright, let's escape out of that. And quit. Yeah, so it was just that that last bullseye one. Zero 30 for 33 and 8,000 feet. In the flight manual it just says creating and reassigning an anchor point, also referred to as a bullseye. An anchor point serves as a common geographic reference for a mission amongst friendly forces. You can assign an existing waypoint as the anchor point or create a new waypoint as described previously. So it must be setting that G3 up as the anchor point, and then you need to be 030 for 33. So 33 must be the miles, I take it. I'm not sure I need to... Okay, so you've got a desired magnetic heading and a anchor distance. So what I want to do is just go into instant action and let's go into this takeoff one and see about adding in some information under that, so I'll definitely know how to do it on the next run, and we'll finish this one today. Waypoint desired magnetic heading, waypoint distance, anchor desired magnetic heading, anchor distance. I wonder if you could change those Right, Wags is going to talk to us, isn't he?
This mission starts with your aircraft on the runway, ready for takeoff. You may fly the planned route or just explore the area. There are no threats.
So if you take that waypoint and set anchor point, no, there's nothing you can add. So in the HUD, it gives you the bullseye 141.17.4. So I'm wondering if you have to fly to get this bullseye to 030 and 3033. take off and have a look. I mean, that's what I'd guess. I may have to have a look and see what someone else did for this, because the manual doesn't tell you a great deal. Let's get up into the air.
Warning, autopilot. Pull up, pull up.
So we've got bullseyes going to 135, 18.4. So if we turn, what happens?
Pull up, pull up.
So that's 130 for 19.
Pull up, pull up.
Interesting one. There's 125 for 18 miles, 124 for 18 miles. What's that 124 referencing? At 350 degrees. We've got 45, 47. It's not telling me a great deal. Okay. So that's the only thing with this is that you have to sometimes kind of work out what needs to be done, as it's not really got a tutorial for this. So maybe you just set the anchor point and fly to it. So if you go to that takeoff again. So what I'm thinking is we go onto here, we select that needs
This mission starts with your aircraft on the runway, ready for takeoff.
Waypoint, and let's select
you may fly the planned route or just explore the area. There are no threats.
Waypoint 2. Okay, so then what we do is we set as the anchor point there and stick it in the HUD. Right, so to get to that point you got to fly 141 for 17 miles. That's what I'm thinking. So what you do is you set that anchor point and then go fly to it off of the waypoint that I was already at with the G3 thing going on. So if we take off 120, 130, oh, get in the air. Okay, it's telling me I need to be at 139. So let's turn 137. So we turn round to there.
Pull up, pull up.
So around this kind of 136. And then the distance is going up. So we go 136 for 30. So we want to be 30 miles. So it says 030 for 33. So it might be 3,000 feet. 30 for 33. And then you only get to the 30 miles on this anchor point heading off of that bullseye. So we want 22 miles. We're there. We just set this altitude hold, pull the throttle back, and that's our 22 miles. 136, 22 miles. So we've got like a 23 mile anchor point and a heading of 132 degrees. To that waypoint, which is which is directly ahead now. There. Why is it telling me 129 when it's on there? It's telling me it's 389. Sorry, 310, 311. Weird, isn't it? Because that's the anchor point, the magnetic bearing ground range distance to that point. If you travel at 135, it takes us away from it. Right, let's have a look and see what else I can find for information on this one. Yeah, interesting. So let's get this up. So we are at number, which isn't displaying. Isn't that weird? 10. So I'm just going to find.
Oh, that's my private.
Oh, turn that off. Copyright and all that. I'm just going to find, see what someone else did for that. Let's see if it tells me anything. There's nav 3. There's the UTM. Oh, you can set an offset. So let's see how they did that. So you hit offset. Okay. So if we go back into... Right, let's go back into that instant action run, takeoff. Right, there seems to be an offset you can set, and you can put in the 030 for 33. Right. Right, so we want...
This mission starts with your aircraft on the runway, ready for takeoff. You may fly the planned route or just explore the area. There are no threats.
Anchor point. Offset, no. Let's go waypoint, choose a new one. There we go. So this here goes 030. So I wonder if I put 03033. There we go. So 030 for 33. And that's the offset from 2. Put 8,000 in. No, didn't go in there. Might need that to be set to UTM. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So that would be an 8. And 7. We got 33 miles there. 030 for 33. Aha! Maybe that's the pickle. So if we look in here, so I'll put in the 030 for 33 as a number 7. Which is giving me that offset from, I take it, present position. That would be my guess. So once you've got the offset, you hit anchor point and you've got the 030 for 33 in there. So you put the offset, that gives you the anchor point off a 7. Hold on, there's this. So you create that waypoint 030 for 33, and that enables that, I should think. Well, it's worth a try, isn't it? That's about as much as I can gather from what I've read. Alright, let's give that a go. So we go back to campaign, which has disappeared. That's disappeared for some reason. Yeah, interesting. So maybe create an offset 030 for 33 and then stick that as an anchor point. It's worth a go. That's about as good as I can find from what I've seen there. So it's definitely worth trying. It'd be nice if there was a bit more information on it. Well, we can try it. We can try it and see what happens. Right, let me get these back into where they need to be. That's there. That needs to be up. Right, let's have another go. We've got the first lot down. So we just
Welcome.
need to get those.
Get your bird in
that
the air
last
so we can
one
start this PO.
figured out. Okay, so battery lights. Close the canopy. Here we go. Let's turn these up. Let's see if we can get this started. Put those on. Right, so we need to go that one. Batteries on. Invert it. Check the lights. Check those lights. Check the fuel. Put the oxygen on. Oh, can't see it. It's here somewhere. There it is. Right. Check that. Okay, that's that checked. We need to put these on and do the radio. Right, APU. Top of the lights. Let's get those on flash. Two 9 at 8.9. Right, radios need to come on. There's 1, 2, and 3. And let's go to ATC, Batumi, request startup.
Batumi, Colt 1-1, request startup.
Colt 1-1. Batumi, cleared for startup. Wind 092 at 6 meters per second.
Alright, left engine. Yeah, so maybe create an offset and then put that as the anchor point. Let's see. Let's see.
Waypoint 2 at 7,000.
Bit of a misnomer there.
At Bulls 30246 at 7,000.
Alright, wait for this to go off and start the right engine.
Colt 1-1, Colt 2-1, radio check.
We've got to copy that guy.
1, copy.
Yeah.
I read you 5 by 5.
Gotta be Roger.
Don't skip any checklist items, Cadet. The bird has to be fully mission operational to pass this performance check.
As your start cycle goes out, we then do the tests. Right, flaps. There we go, speed brake. You just see it up there. Right, cycle the rudders. Stir the pot. SAS can go on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And check the takeoff trim.
Colt 2 passing waypoint 2 at
Got
6,000.
the screens on and the
Colt 2
IFCC,
on station at bullseye 312 for
Hit
7 at
tests.
6,000.
We'll have this on. That can go on. This can go on. Standby instrument.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Odal. Alright, exit that. Exit again. That can come on. That's CDU. TAD. That can come up. Nav. Waypoint. EGI. Steer point. And APU can come
Pontiac
off now.
1 passing waypoint 3 at 7,000.
That can go on, that can come on. ATC to me. Taxi.
Colt 1-1. Request taxi to runway.
EAC and what's it? Even though EAC doesn't seem to come on these days.
Colt 1-1. To me, clear to taxi to runway 31.
Right, let's do a brake check.
Rolling.
Okay, that's done.
1. Rolling.
Just taxi out. Right, zoom in. That can go there, that needs to come on. That's on, that needs to come on. Anti-skid there.
Natumi, Colt 1-1. Request takeoff. Colt 1-1. Natumi, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.89.
Alright, let's get on the runway. %. Let's go.
1. Rolling.
You use tiny amounts of rudder just to keep that centered. Nose steering can come off. Alright, let's take off. Here's 130. There we go, it's about there. Get the nose down, get the flaps up.
Rolling.
There's 180.
Your performance check starts now.
Pontiac 1, passing waypoint 4 at 7,000.
Fly heading 300, Angel 6 at 200 knots.
It hasn't flicked over my nav.
The hard deck limit is in effect. Do not go below Angels 5 unless the restriction is terminated. Approaching Angel 6. Turn right to 040, maintain Angel 6 at 200 knots.
OC, passing waypoint 3 at 7,000.
Good. Maintain 040, Angel 6 at 200 knots. Navigation is an essential part of flying a combat aircraft.
Roger that. Right, there we go.
Once we enter the military operations area, you will be given a series of coordinates.
Right, so we've got the 6,000 feet, 040, and around 200 knots.
You are expected to fly to those coordinates in a specified amount of time. You can use any nav aids you want, but you must be at the correct location at the correct time. You are now entering the military operations area. Here is your first waypoint, elevation 8,000, latitude 41 degrees, 41 minutes, 51 seconds north, longitude 41 degrees, 54 minutes, 51 seconds east. Desired time on target, current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
Right, so select that. Let's go 41, 41.
OZ, passing waypoint 4 at 7,000.
041 5451 in there. You want 8,000 in there. G1. Mission is set. Let's get around. So we want 2350 not. No, we don't. We want 2349.
Pontiac 1 is RTB at 2,500.
Bit quick on that one then, okay, I'll take it. It's right with Minnie. Right, it's 4.6 miles. We're plus 10. I just want to get up to 8,000.
OZ, passing waypoint 5 at 7,000.
$114 knots. Now we entered that a bit quick by the looks of it, to be fair.
Well done.
Thank you.
Warning, autopilot. Warning, autopilot.
Here is your second waypoint. Elevation 10,000. Latitude 41 degrees 57 minutes 37 seconds north. Longitude 42 degrees 13 minutes 42 seconds east. Desired time on target, current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
So we've got 41, 57, 37, 41, 57, 37. And 042, 1342. We've got 10,000. G2. And time on target was 23:54. Right.
Uzi, passing waypoint 6 at 7,000.
Right, let's head off to this one. We're in serious need of some speed here. We're going to speed up, try and get there on time and on altitude of 10,000. $12 miles out. Right, so trying to get this one done, we're just going to waypoint 2 now. We need to be at 10,000. See if we make it on time.
Well done.
Fair enough. Right, so we need to flick that to Alt.
Here is your third waypoint. Elevation 12,000. UTM GG 2923661948 37T WG84. Desired time on target. Current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
That one. That one. 37T GG 29236 22366 1948. Boom. 12,000. Boom. G3. And 758, 59 00. Right then. What's that UTC time on target? There we go. 02.
Warning, autopilot.
It's put me. I think I've put that in wrong because I've just passed it. 2923666 1948. That'd help if I switched to that, wouldn't it?
Terminate, terminate, terminate.
I
You
didn't flick
exited
the
the
waypoint.
military operations area without...
Oh, pain in the neck. Oh, it's tricky. You're trying to be quick and you just get one thing wrong and it's all over. Oh, it seems to be my nemesis, this one. Oh, I should have flicked over to that waypoint and there's just one little thing I've forgotten. It is game over, unfortunately, for that attempt. Damn. Oh, but at least it's good practice when we get in there with it and getting quicker with the coordinates. So definitely be able to do this off the cuff later on when we start doing the harder stuff. But yeah, just one little thing went wrong there and it says no good, try again later, which is interesting to say the least. So I'll try that again in a minute, just having a little break. And we've got plenty of time today, so I'm determined. Ah, that was a pain. Just needed to flick the waypoint up and I would have been alright. But easily done, and we will not be deterred. So I hope you're enjoying your day. It's quite nice here at the moment. Bit of sunshine, bit of got a nice breeze as well. Got my fan on. It's quite cool in here, which is nice. But yeah, these ones are definitely sent to test your knowledge and your ability to learn. And you got to keep on top of it, especially with the time constraints of 5 minutes. Well, that is a pain. But on and up, as they say. Right, so I will get back into this. Just give me a couple of minutes, and we'll have another attempt. Those are F-16s taking off in this one. There's a C-130 in there as well, plus the A10s. It's a shame you've got to do that start-up every time. Slows you down a little bit. Should do an experiment and see if the auto start works, if it lets you do it. I want to see if you could actually use that, or it'll fail you straight away. Let's see.
Welcome. Get your bird in the air so we can start this PO.
If it's disabled, yeah, it's disabled. So we want battery lights. Close the canopy. So it'll illuminate better. All switches are back to normal, where they should be. Alright, let's zoom in. Alright, let's see if this one's the one. That one, that one, that one. Test that. Test that. Test this. Put the oxygen on. You'd think waypoints would be really, really easy and simple, but they get complicated. We need the boost pumps to go on, so we can start the engines. Alright, let's get 131, and the APU can come on. Put the lights on. See the APU gen coming up. Alright, there we go. Let's turn the radios on. Ask for startup.
Atumi, Colt 1-1.
Request startup.
Colt 1-1. Batumi, cleared for startup. Wind 092 at 6
left
meters
engine.
per second.
And the CDU come up as well, I think. Right, this is the one.
Uzi, passing waypoint 2 at 7,000.
So this is number 10 then of 12.
Station at bullseye
And
302 for 6
so after
at
this we've got
7,000.
2 more to do. And then that'll be campaign completed. Alright, let's get right engine going.
Colt 1-1, Colt 2-1, radio check.
Parent menu, other copy.
1, copy.
ATC between me.
I read you 5 by 5.
Don't skip any checklist items, Cadet. The bird has to be fully mission operational to pass this performance check.
Yeah, roger. Absolutely. Alright, let's check the flaps. Let's get the speed brakes out. Put those back. Oh. Let's test the rudders. Brakes. Stir the pot. Alright, SAS can come on. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Wait 1 second. Take off trim. Let's get the screens going.
Colt 2, passing
test.
waypoint 2 at 6,000. Colt 2, on station at Bulls 31247 at 6,000.
Turn that off. 1.6 I think it is. And turn that volume down.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Alright, load all. Standby instrument released. Exit that. Exit that. Put this on. Right, CDU, TAD, nav, waypoint, that can come on, APU can come off, EAC and that. Right, let's put this one down, let's do the seat, let's request taxi.
Batumi, Colt 1-1, request taxi to runway. Pontiac 1, passing waypoint 3 at 7,000.
Colt 1-1. Batumi, clear to taxi to runway 31.
Right, it's taxi.
2, rolling.
Right, brake check.
1, rolling.
Right, let's give this another whirl. Those down a little bit. Right, let's get this all ready for takeoff. So we want those to flash, those to steady. Want that on. That's all set. That needs to come up. That needs to go on.
Atumi, Colt 1-1, request takeoff. Colt 1-1, Atumi, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.89.
Okay. 2989 set. Clear. Right, brakes on, 90%. Let's go.
1, rolling.
Performance check starts now. Fly heading 300 Angel 6 at 200 knots.
Wheels up. 7,000.
The hard deck limit is in effect. Do not go below Angels 5 unless the restriction is terminated. Approaching Angel 6. Turn right to 040, maintain Angel 6 at 200 knots.
Passing waypoint 3 at 7,000.
Squarely.
Good. Maintain 040, Angel 6 at 200 knots.
Let's trim. Right, there we go. All trimmed. Right, let's see if we can nail it.
Navigation is an essential part of flying a combat aircraft. Once we enter the military operations area, you will be given a series of coordinates. You are expected to fly to those coordinates in a specified amount of time. You can use any nav aids you want, but you must be at the correct location at the correct time.
Okay. Right, so there we go. There's 200, 6000, 040. near enough.
You are now entering the military operations area.
Okay.
Here is your first waypoint. Elevation 8,000. Latitude 41 degrees, 41 minutes, 51 seconds north. Longitude 41 degrees, 54 minutes, 51 seconds east. Desired time on target, current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
Right then. That one. So, 41, 41, 51. 41, 51. Enter. 041.
Uzi, passing waypoint 4 at 7,000.
4, 1, enter. Saying that we need to be quite slow, so 5 minutes is around about time.
Pontiac 1 is RTB at 2,500.
Right, it's 8,000 feet. Yeah, if you get good at putting in this waypoint, then you're going to be flying very slowly by the looks of it. So you can take your time a little bit with it.
Uzi, passing waypoint 5 at 7,000.
Well done.
Warning, autopilot.
Here is your second waypoint. Elevation 10,000. Latitude 41 degrees 57 minutes 37 seconds north. Longitude 42 degrees 13 minutes 42 seconds east. Desired time on target, current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
Right, so we've got 41, 57, 37, 57, 37, 0, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 10,000. Alright, swap to that waypoint. Time on target might be a little bit 23:55. That's better.
Uzi passing waypoint 6 at 7,000.
Well done.
Well, he's close, isn't he? Right. It's 2 out of 4.
Here is your
Warning,
third waypoint.
autopilot.
Elevation 12,000. UTM GG 2923661948 37T WG84. Desired time on target, current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
Right, so we need to go. I need that one, we need that one. What's the time? 23:55. So it's 0000000. Alright, we've got UTM, we need 37T. It goes in there. So we've got GG 2923661948. And there we've got 12,000 feet. And there, G3. G3.
Warning, autopilot.
Oh. Turn that off. Right, a little bit squiggly. Yeah, not sure what time target this is supposed to be. Right, let's get to 12,000.
Warning, autopilot.
failed to hit the waypoint on time. You are too
goodness
early.
sake. That was 5 minutes.
Warning, autopilot.
Too early. Well, it's 23:55 when I started out. Oh well. So what that should have been like 0000600 then.
Here is your fourth waypoint. Elevation 8,000. Bullseye 30433. Desired time on target. Current time plus 5 minutes. Begin now.
Right, I'm guessing function offset 3 0 3 crap. It's not keeping an eye on that, is it? Zero 3 0 3 3. Oh. Right, 0 3 0 3 3. Right, now we've got that in. No. Zero 3 0 3 3. Boom. It's not doing it. Make that 8. It's not doing it. How strange.
Warning, autopilot.
No idea if this is correct. Don't know. That's what I'm guessing.
You failed to hit the waypoint on time. You are too late.
So they come up to 030 at 33 miles. So that must be the way you do it, because that bullseye is changing.
Now set up for TACAN navigation back to Batumi. The hard deck restriction is terminated and you are authorized to exit the MOA. Land and perform your shutdown procedure. I'll give you your qualification rating then.
Yeah, that offset must be it, because that looks quite close. Right then. Let's go and land. Right, so we put that back on waypoint. And that's my current waypoint. We set that to 120.
Batumi, Colt 1-1, inbound.
Colt 1-1. Batumi, fly heading 236, 429. QFE 29.89. Runway 13.
Warning, autopilot.
236. You see we're over airfield there. Oh, so that's time on targets are a bit off then. So maybe it's the time 5 minutes from when you finish completing putting in the coordinates in the CDU, rather than 5 minutes from when he finishes talking to you. So I got there too early. We're putting in that offset, takes you to around that bullseye. I was getting to the 30 at 33. So that must be how you do that. You put in the offset for G3, third nav point, put in your offset 03033, make that anchor point, and off you go. So we go and land. Yeah, it gets a bit tricky towards the end there. It's well, he's close, isn't he? That's kind of cool though, I like it with all the lights on. Another guy right over there. Let's turn that around slightly off course there. But very interesting, very you got to make sure you're absolutely accurate on that. So about 2,500 feet, and we're heading towards the initial approach fix for the runway. It's coming on an ILS. Here's my number 2.
You are now exiting the military operations area.
He'll almost crash into me as we're landing. Let's head south. Try and keep about 230s at 2,500 feet. We're coming around south. Right, let's try and get on glide. Watching that HSI. Speed's coming down, we're 8 miles. Gears down, flaps down. $123 knots.
Code 1-1. Cleared for visual. Contact tower.
Atumi, Colt, 1-1. Request landing.
Above glide, so I'll bring that back to get sit on there. Start seeing the lights a little bit.
Code 1-1. Atumi, check landing gear. Wind 092 at 6 meters per second. Runway 13.
Altitude, altitude.
$400. There's my aerobatic wingman. So I can revert back to manual now. We're basically on glide and on 2 reds, 2 whites, and on centerline localizer. Let's try and get that in the threshold landing zone that it likes us to hit. Oh, bit bumpy. Alright, let's get speed brakes out. Good practice that for landing. Yeah, so we're down. So timings were a bit off, but that bullseye seems to be the one that works. The offset, so that's good.
Code 1-1. Taxi to parking area.
Alright, let's get flaps up. Speed brake in. We need to go to that one, turn that off. Turn the seat off. We'll have the flashing gone and that one up.
You can park near the tanker.
Sounds Irish. Okay. Let's just park and shut down.
You can park the bird here. You have 2 minutes to complete your shutdown procedure.
Right. So we want that screens off. We want this off. Set to there. We'll have these off. It's annoying that is. Let's have SAS off. Let's have the radios off. And we'll have the probe heat off. Lights can go off. Put the switch back. ILS can go off. Attacker needs to come off. CDU needs to come off. All of this good stuff. Separate the throttles. Right engine coming off. And the left engine. Turn these off. And oxygen needs to come off. That one, that one, that one, that one, and get the canopy up. I think that's everything. Oh, and these two switches need to come off.
30 seconds.
Whew. Yeah, those last two, getting there with them, but a little bit on the tricky side. Quite a lot of concentration needed for this, as it's you've got to be quite accurate. So yeah. Oh dear. Let's see what happens.
Shutdown. Let me confirm your shutdown procedure.
Obviously it's going to be a fail because I didn't meet the time targets.
Okay,
but,
let's see how you have rated.
See what I did right.
For general knowledge, airmanship, and safety, you rated qualified. For pre-takeoff and takeoff, you rated qualified.
We've got all that down anyway.
For navigation and maneuvers, you rated unqualified.
Because I messed it up.
For approach, landing, and after landing, you rated qualified.
This one's a little bit too accurate, but we're getting there. So I'll definitely get this next time.
For task prioritization, you rated qualified.
Yeah, comms and tasks.
We will end our flight here. You did poorly. You rated.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't that, you know, wasn't the end of the world, so to speak. But yeah, we're getting closer to finishing this one. Definitely. You've got to be very accurate. You've got to make sure you put in the time on target right, which I think you do after you've entered all your waypoints, etc., into the CDU. And that last bullseye one, I think we figured that one out with the offset, so it does take you to 03033 if you put in the offset and fly to that point. Just got to make sure the time on target is put in. So I need to work out how to do that for that offset. But yeah, almost there, very close, much closer, but we're learning, that's the good thing. And also practice. I like having the practice, so that's good as well. So the repetition puts it in here. And that's all good for later on when we're going to start taking the A10 into war zones. But Oh, that's really drained me mentally because of the flying, the accuracy of the flying and the concentration you got to keep on top of the aircraft and ahead of the aircraft. So you can't just relax, chill out, look around, and you've got to keep on top of it. And there's quite a lot of information that you've got to do, you've got to keep in your head to be able to do that. Because you're not just entering waypoints, you're also making sure, sorting out the autopilot, you're flying the aircraft, checking your speeds, altitudes, and putting that all together into a flight, which obviously the more you go through, you're building up to when it gets to taking it into combat missions. So now we know how to start it up, taxi, take off, enter waypoints, fly to them, get a time on target to be able to drop the bomb on time and in the right place before heading home for tier medals. So yeah, you can see how it all fits together piece by piece, and the aerobatic maneuvers are good, you know, if you come up against enemy fire, enemy aircraft, you've got some maneuvers in under your belt, and you know what the aircraft can do and not do, and what you can try to evade, like the spiraling turn to get the speed off quick, to get low quick, to try and force an overshoot, and emergency procedures as well. Yeah, if we get shot and we lose a hydraulic system or we lose a generator, we know how to deal with that now. Whether we remember it at the time is another matter, but we've done it, and so we can get the bird home safely. So yeah, it's all fitting together nicely, all the pieces of the puzzle are coming together, and that's really what this campaign's doing. And then once you get to the end, you'll have all of that in place for when it's time to do things like go to the tanker, because you're using your TACAN, you see. When you go to the tanker and refuel, there'll be some other about dropping your weapons, employing your weapons, doing air-to-air defensive maneuvers, I'm sure, and all of that adds and adds and adds, so that once you've done all of that, and you go on to take this aircraft into a multiplayer situation, into a mission, campaign, whatever it is you want to do, you're going to know what you're doing. So that puts you ahead of the curve. It also puts you ahead if you want to join a group and you can say, hey, I can fly this aircraft really well, and you know, all the better for it. You can apply it to the other modules, to other aircraft, and you'll know what you'll need to do to learn, to progress and to get better with all of that as well. So it really is a pretty awesome package. It's a great campaign, and once you start applying it to all of these different factors in the DCS World community, etc., you can really start to see its value. And at $10, you know, that's pretty great value in my book, especially for the online flying stuff. Definitely learning the modules and getting good with those so you can hold your own and be part of the group. It's essential, really, because you'll be judged on that, you'll be tested on that, and they expect some level. So yeah, that's awesome. So anyway, guys, it's been 3 hours and 20 minutes odd. That's taken it out of me today, and well, we're getting there. So all of that would digest, and I'll be back tomorrow at 1 PM GMT +1, and we'll see if we can nail it and progress and move forward. And yeah, so fingers crossed for tomorrow. I hope to see you all there. Thanks to everyone that's come to watch, chat, and it's been absolutely great to see you today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, or if you're in the evening, have a nice evening and sleep well. So I'll see you tomorrow. So everyone, take care. Ciao.
Thank you for watching another another Gumbo's Flying Circus live stream. Don't forget to join the Discord channel. Like, share, follow and subscribe for regular updates, chat, screenshots and more. Your kind support is always greatly appreciated. See you next time for another Gumbo's Flying Circus live stream.